everyone, this is Fire Moon and welcome to this reading. I'm so excited for those of you who are joining again, and for those who are new to the channel, welcome and thank you so much for being here. So this is going to be a pick a card as well as a little conversation on is this your twin flame? So for those of you who want to skip straight to the pick a card section, I will definitely have a timestamp below. Otherwise, hang around for a little discussion on the idea, topic, and phenomenon of twin flames, and just some of my thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and experiences about that. So yeah, just to start off with, what are twin flames? We have probably all heard this term before. That's why we're here, of course. And it's true that it has become a sort of buzzword as of lately. A few years ago, you would not have really heard many people talk about this, but today even celebrities use it to refer to their significant others. I recently just saw a post from, I think it was Alicia Keys, who said that her husband is not just her soulmate, but her twin flame. So it's become a very, very popular topic. And if you kind of scourge through YouTube videos, you will find people constantly wondering if someone is their twin flame. So this video is meant to help you clarify the connection that you have with someone, and just to also help illuminate what this thing called a twin flame really is. So by definition, the connection, the very special connection of a twin flame, is something that is quite rare and special, and it is most of all a spiritual and a sacred connection and contract. So not everyone has a twin flame. It is not a very common situation and phenomenon, but those who have one usually feel called in some way to be attracted to this idea, or they resonate with this idea very strongly. So chances are, if it really, really resonates for you, you might be a twin flame. So what is really the definition? It's really just the idea of one big soul splitting into two sections, equally self-reliant, equally self-sufficient souls, smaller versions of that soul, and coming down to earth with the specific mission to incarnate and spread the message of love and of unity. So if you are a twin flame and you are incarnated on earth, and if you are incarnated on earth at the same time, then you are meant to come back together into union. And this usually happens as a romantic sort of union. I do not believe that twin flames, if alive at the same time, can manage to be friends or can manage to be other types of connections other than, in general, just something that blends partnership of all kinds. So romantic, spiritual, co-creative, and other types. If that means marriage, if that means kind of owning a business together, it doesn't matter. The main frequency of the connection and of the union is one of true love. And it is absolutely your mission, and it is fated that you come together if you are alive at the same time. That said, yes, sometimes twins choose to incarnate at different times in order to learn certain lessons, certain karmic lessons, in order to evolve, in order to transform beyond the point where they were in a past life, or to go beyond certain lessons that they learned that they want to strengthen. And it always really leads to this idea of bringing love and unity into the world. So twin flames, by definition, are souls who have a very special sacred mission of lifting the vibration of humanity. They have at their core this mission to help others, to unite not just for their own joy and excitement and to experience the depths of love, but also to help others get to that experience and to help everyone on earth get closer to embodying on a daily basis the vibration of true love. So that's kind of what I think is the definition of twin flames. So how do they differ from other types of connections, namely, especially that idea of a soulmate? So I think that in general, the idea of that one ultimate soulmate that we have is frowned upon in general pop culture, because at its core, I mean, if you really want to think about it historically, and I won't get too nerdy, but it really stemmed from the 19th century when love became romanticized and marriage became romanticized, because before then, marriage was political. Marriage was simply a contract. It was not something that had to connect with love. And that kind of idea of that one ultimate romantic soulmate has actually nothing to do with the idea of twin flames, and it might not even have anything to do with the idea and the phenomenon of real soulmates, because we have many, many soulmates in this life and beyond, and those people can be romantic, those people can be family members, they can be friends, they can even be pets, they can be creative partners, they can be co-workers, they can be anyone. We have a beautiful array of soulmates out there. And we choose before we enter this plane, this earthly plane, to be together with them. We choose to have contracts that mean I will be in your life and you will be in my life. So that said, soulmates are beautiful connections. They are also the types that could be spiritually based, that could have a spiritually based connection with us. And they are absolutely meant to help us feel supported and loved, and also to experience love. So the difference really between soulmates and twin flames, therefore, is not just that there is only one twin flame. So if you hear this idea of multiple twin flames, that might probably fit better into the category of soulmates, because again, not everyone has a twin flame, but we all have soulmates, absolutely. And soulmates are meant to feel, to make us feel loved, and like we share some sort of soul family, and like we go through life experiencing joy and all of that good stuff. So typically soulmates will feel very comfortable. They will feel like home. There will be a familiarity. So sometimes if you meet them, even right away, you will feel like you've known them in the past. And that is also the case with twin flames, although we'll get into the main differences between soulmate and twin flames in just a little bit. But first I want to get through the category of the so-called and sometimes feared, most of the time feared, karmic partner. So what is a karmic partner? First of all, we have to ask ourselves, what is karma? What is the idea of karma? So karma has been also kind of misused lately, as it has been brought into just everyday and pop consciousness a lot. So karma as being supposedly this negative thing, as being something that is meant to punish us, something that pays us back for our sins or mistakes or whatever horrible past life things we did. But in general, karma is really all about balance. It's about evolution, it's about growth, it's about authenticity, and it is about honesty. So when you say that something is karmic, it does not have to be negative or positive. It is usually, karma is a neutral force in general. So actually, all our connections are karmic, including our twin flames. Everyone that we come in contact with is a karmic partner in some sort of way, because karma is all about relationality. It is about how we connect to the world. Any kind of relationship will have a vibration to it, a certain vibration, and therefore a certain karma with it, which means really a history that goes beyond this lifetime usually, and sometimes that is just one mostly related to this one. So karmic partner, in the way that we hear about it usually, is referred to someone who is meant to teach you a sort of lesson, usually a tougher lesson, usually a negative lesson, and usually through romantic partnership. Although I will add, a karmic partner can absolutely be a family member. It can be, again, so it's the same kind of idea as with soulmates. It's just that the karmic partner usually, in the way that it is related, and I wish we all had just kind of better terms for this, like someone, I'm not sure, I have to figure out my own term for a karmic partner, but I'm just going to explain simply this, the way it is, the term as it is used today, just to differentiate it from twin flame and soulmate for the purposes of this video. So usually there's someone who teaches you a hard lesson about life, and usually a very useful lesson, but unlike soulmates, they're not meant to linger around. It's just kind of a contract that once it is fulfilled, it is done, and whether one person learned something at the soul level and the other didn't, that the connection will end and people will move on. And usually the person who has learned the tougher lesson will evolve a lot, whereas the person who refuses the contents of that lesson will kind of have to repeat it over and over. So that's the idea of when you get into a sort of karmic cycle that you can't break out of. So yeah, karmic partners, unlike soulmates, they are not meant to linger in your life, and usually They do not feel very supportive, and there is usually very strong attraction if it is a romantic connection at first, especially, but they actually don't feel as familiar, as home, as some sort of long lost kind of friend or just connection, as soulmates do, and as of course twin flames do. So in general, any sort of karmic relation, whether it is of the karmic partner type, the soulmate type, and of course ultimately the twin flame type for those who have it, it's about learning the lesson of unity. It's about letting go of the idea of opposition, of you versus me, of combativeness, of selfishness, of fear, most of all. It's all about realizing that it is a choice to embody love, and we all can embody love, and we don't necessarily actually need anyone in order to do it. We don't need the promise of anything in order to do it, that we just are love, and that we all really stem from the same source of light. So that's really where all of this leads. So then, just on the topic of how do you know that you are a twin flame? So you're like, yeah, all this sounds good and fine, but how do I really know whether I am one? And perhaps you want to keep on watching this reading and pick a card to find out if you are a twin flame. That we'll see if that comes through. So this whole idea of a sort of spiritual awakening is usually linked to twin flames. So usually twin flames are people who have always felt this need to be connected very, very deeply at the highest possible level to someone else, and who are usually quite selective about their partners. Sometimes they might not even be in relationships at all because they just don't feel as connected as their soul makes them feel with others. Or if they have been in relationships, it didn't really feel right, like the right connection, like they always have felt this kind of longing for that ultimate connection that really fulfills all sorts of compatibility, from physical to intellectual to emotional, and of course most importantly to spiritual. So ultimately I will say that the twin flame connection is a spiritual connection, and your twin flame, if you have one, is your kind of highest spirit guide. So we all have spirit guides. It could be our ancestors, it could be other soulmates watching over us, it could be loved ones who have passed on, it could be a lot of things. It could even be spirit animals. But the twin flames are each other's kind of highest spirit guide for this lifetime. And of course there has to be a helicopter flying over right now. Maybe that's a sign, I don't know. So how do you really know if you are on? Besides this idea of longing, always being in your soul for this higher connection, who really just has a sort of vibrational connection and compatibility with you on all of these levels. There's also just inherent spirituality and being drawn to the idea of other worlds, of spirituality, of religion, of, indeed, things to do with karma, things to do with spiritual evolution. It is very likely that you are twin flame if you feel very strongly that your mission, or at least part of it, is to really help people and humanity in some significant way. And if it is to do that with love, with the vibration of love. Twin flames are all empaths, incredibly sensitive people, even if they do not always necessarily show it, because sometimes empaths are very protective of their energy, and especially in the binaristic world that we live in, those who identify with the male gender or who are more masculine and feminine have more, in general, guilt around the idea of empathy and of love. So, but regardless, twin flames are really all empaths and inherently spiritual, whether they know it or not. So now there's this topic, and the final kind of thing I'll say before I get into the pick a card is this idea of awakening. And this is kind of how many people start Googling, like, what the heck is happening to me, and come across the idea of twin flames. That's definitely what happened to me. That's, I'm sure, what happened to everyone else. And I am just so annoyed at these helicopters, and I'm going to close this window. Okay, so now that I'll be here with less lovely air, I'm going to continue. So, the awakening process. How do you know you're a twin flame? Well, you have probably gone through some sort of process of inner transformation, maybe a few dark nights of the soul, maybe some sort of complete change in life, some sort of paradigm shift in your thinking and your perception of the world that was usually stirred by a karmic partner of some sort, or simply by coming into contact with your twin flame. So that's the one thing that's really important, and that makes things very complicated, is that how do you know whether this person, if you have a twin flame, is your twin flame and not a karmic partner? Because one thing that's really similar between twin flame connections and karmic connections is that it is very intense, and sometimes this can trigger a lot of responses within you. So you have a sort of situation where, yeah, if you do meet your twin flame and you have unhealed wounds that have to do with love and with sharing love and with belief systems that are limiting your complete acceptance of love as the paradigm of your life, then the twin flame will trigger the areas that are not fully healed, and will cause fear, will cause anxiety, will cause a lot of responses that might be very hurtful, that might be similar to the experiences you have with the karmic partner, in that they kind of, yeah, just break your heart a little bit, but in reality, that's not what's happening with the twin flame. So whereas with the karmic partner, there is a misalignment of energies. There is none of that inherent energy that the twin flames share, because twin flames are the same soul. They have simply split in two in order to unite on earth to raise the vibration of earth. So karmic partners on the other side will also stir within you very, very significant triggers, and for that reason they might feel very attractive, and you might be stuck into a sort of cycle with them where you're kind of on and off again. You're kind of running and chasing. And this whole idea of the runner-chaser paradox in twin flames is kind of the same thing. So how can you really differentiate? I will probably make a whole new video about twin flame recognition. But in general, one thing that can really clarify this connection is mirroring and equality. And this is where it can get really tricky, because if you are in a situation where you are the awakened twin, because one always awakens first, and the other one is not awakened yet or does not recognize a connection, they will be acting quite similarly to a karmic partner, in that they will run, they will not accept the connection, they will deny the spiritual aspect of it, and you will kind of probably question whether you have gone completely crazy. But you will always sense the truth of the connection. You will always be able to feel their heart. Twin flame connections are absolutely telepathic. You can have astral experiences. You can have very vivid dreams about them where you feel their vibration, and their vibration towards you is always one of love. Okay, so whereas karmic partners, it is not an equal situation. You might trigger each other in mirroring ways. Sometimes we have wound bonding and karma bonding that goes on, and that might seem superficially like the twin flame connection, but there is not the kind of limitless, unconditional love at the root of that situation that there is for twin flames. It is always going to be conditional love to some degree. Like, think about it. The difference you can really just ask yourself is this a karmic partner or a twin flame? I don't know, like, would you, if one person was if that person was, let's say, in life or death danger, and you had to choose between them and someone else you care about in your life to be extremely extreme, would you save them? And usually if the answer is no, they're probably a karmic partner. Or if their answer to you would be no, they're probably a karmic partner. Of course, it gets way more complicated than that, and I don't want to bring up any of these unanswerable conundrums. As I said, I will probably make a separate video about twin flame recognition. But for now, if any of this resonates, and if it sounds like this might be you, and if you think you are a twin flame, this is really what this reading is about. It's to give you insight into that question that can be super tricky. Is this person my twin flame, or are they something else? And that, that could solve a lot of other potential issues in life. Like, should I give up on this connection, even though I feel it is significant because they're not actually the highest, or should I keep trying? And of course, neither of these answers is the right one, because it's never about chasing. It's never about trying. It's about surrendering, really. That's kind of the ultimate goal that the twin flame connection wants to teach you, and that the idea of unconditional love in general, even for non-twin flames, wants to teach the world, is that any sort of chasing of something, or of desperation, or of that kind of vibration of needing to be with someone or needing something in order to be happy, is actually rooted in false beliefs of the world and in all of the binaristic paradigms that we've been taught since the beginning of time, and that we should probably start to get farther and farther away from as we evolve as a world. So yeah, this is kind of what this video is about. I hope you find some guidance here. If you have any questions, please comment below. I would love to hear your ideas about twin flames. I would love to hear your kind of conundrums. And yeah, let's get started with the pick a card section of this video. Hi everyone, so welcome to the pick a card portion of the video. So again, this is for the question, is this person my twin flame? So if you want to clarify any ideas you have about twin flames, or if you want to know exactly what this is going to be about and who this is going to refer to, please watch my intro. There's a lot of info there that I will also probably make as a separate video in the future, and there are lots of topics there on which I'll elaborate later. But if you just want to get started with this reading, this is going to be card number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So take a second to pick which one resonates for you the most, and I will get started with card number 1. Okay, so hello everyone who picked card number 1. So this is the card that describes the vibration of your connection with this person you have in mind. So it's card number 21. That might be a significant number. Freedom. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. Okay, so one thing that is always very important when we think about any sort of soulmate, karmic partner, twin flame connections, and if you want to hear more about the distinction between these, watch my intro if you haven't already. The thing that's really, really important is that it's always down to free will. We might have destined connections, we might have destined contracts to fulfill in this lifetime, and all contracts are karmic, and karmic is a neutral thing. It's not negative or positive. It is simply about yin and yang. It's about balance. So we always have the freedom, whether we choose to fulfill a contract and whether we choose to create something beautiful out of any sort of connection, any situation. In the end, we can have a beautiful relationship with anyone we choose. It's all about mutual agreement, equality, and it is about the constant and everyday choice of choosing to be in that sort of relationship. So already what I'm getting the sense for you is that this relationship is teaching you all about free will. It is teaching you that there is nothing that you have to either endure or that you have to believe in order to make your choice. You can just act according to your free will, intuition, and according to your own happiness. So just because, let's say you once did a reading and they told you absolutely undeniably that this person is your twin flame, now you are stuck in this situation that is negative and toxic just because you have that belief. You always have free will to detach yourself from negative situations. In the same way, on the kind of opposite spectrum, let's say there is a situation that might not be a twin flame situation, but you still have the free will to experience beautiful love and support and high vibrational experiences through that connection. So that's really what this is speaking about to me. And we're going to delve deeper in this. I'm going to use a twin flame oracle to clarify what this connection is for you. Okay, so maybe I'll get hopefully a couple of cards here, 1 or 2 cards. Okay, so we get denial, repressed emotions, rejection, unable to see below the surface. Okay, so this definitely sounds like a situation where someone is not choosing to honor the potential in a relationship. Oh my God, as I was saying free will, look at what came out. Free will. I'm done. Free will and fifth dimension. Okay, so this is definitely at the very least a soulmate connection, but I'm already getting the sense that this is probably a twin flame connection, because what I'm getting is fifth dimension, right? Intuitive communication. You are connected at the soul level. You're absolutely connected with this person at the soul level, but someone is denying this situation. And there might be a runner and chaser kind of thing going on here. And at the bottom of the deck, look at what we have. We have marriage. So this could be some situation where one of the people is married and therefore feels difficulty around the idea of being with you because of that. And one more thing that I'm hearing is that if they're saying, you know, if they're denying your connection, or if they denied your questioning whether they want to be with you. I can't find words today. And they're saying, I have no choice. No, well, that is a choice. You have free choice, free will to do absolutely anything in life. So yeah, choices, decisions, contact, inaction, action cannot be forced. The other really, really important message I'm hearing here. And yeah, I definitely sense that this is a twin flame connection. So, yeah, as the chaser twin, that's a difficult situation to be in, because you sense the connection. You're not in denial. You truly feel the soul connection that you have, right? But because you feel this so strongly and you believe in this so strongly, you might want to go out and convince the other person. You might make it your mission to, like, how can you not see this? How can you be so blind as to deny this? You might be very angry. You might constantly try to kind of not manipulate them, but just, yeah, convince them into the connection. But that, unfortunately, creates the situation of a runner and chaser paradigm, which is rooted in conflict, it is rooted in opposition, and it will only continue the cycle. So, oh my God, this helicopter is just going to keep doing that. Yeah, I reopened the window because I need air when I'm doing this. So this chasing situation will only perpetuate the cycle, and it will not bring this person closer to understanding or to recognizing the connection at the soul level. Absolutely, they feel it. And with this marriage card, another way I could look at this is you are married at the soul level. Twin flames are always united at the soul level. There is this thing called the hieros gamos, which is the marriage of the soul. And this is absolutely what you have with your twin flame. So if lower level, like, you know, legal partnership, commitment, marital bond, and societal contracts are there, they will challenge this marriage of the soul. It will be in direct conflict with it. So that creates the situation of further paradoxes and of further conflicts. So the way out of this is not through trying to convince this other person, your twin flame, of the connection, but let's see if we can get more insight on this specific situation. What is the kind of right approach to this? Since I'm getting a really pretty clear answer here that it is either a twin flame or a very, very high soulmate, because you're connected at the soul level. And okay, well, right when I say that, I get the card third party. Yeah, so there is definitely some sort of marriage of the earthly sort involved here. I'm getting a very strong sense of that. And yeah, this is a whole other thing that I could make an entirely different video about, and maybe I will, but let's see what other cards we have. We have awakening. Okay, so definitely one twin is awakened and the other is not, but the second twin might be awakening. And we have devotion, and we also have separation. Okay, so definitely most of you are either in separation or you're in a really difficult situation where, I was gonna say, maybe some dark nights of the soul happening for your unawakened twin soon. And look at what we have at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so for those who are in separation with this person, this is necessary for them to awaken. They have to come to this understanding to align with their soul belief and the feelings that their soul has for your soul. They have to do this by themselves, and the only way that that is going to happen is through a separation where you're not constantly feeding them the energy that keeps the running and chasing paradox in place, and that perpetuates the karmic cycle of this imbalance and this clashing. So there might also be some sort of religious beliefs around the idea of marriage, of I cannot break this bond, all of that. You know, it's all about I have no choice. There could also just be in general societal constructs to do with it, like if this situation is something that is socially difficult as a connection based on your identities, then it is also a situation where the unawakened twin believes that that is unsolvable. So this is what they need to solve through by themselves. So I'm definitely getting the sense now that this is a twin flame connection. Let's see if we can get one more card before I pull some tarot for what's happening. And I'm just trying to find my deck here. The Lover's Oracle deck. And I should probably have had this out before. But yeah, this is a very, very deep soul connection. It is very, very clear that this could very well be your twin flame. Ah, it's too many. I'll take this, of course. The one card that fell out by itself, Sacred Union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So that's just further confirmation that this is a connection of the soul. Let's see if we can get another card for a sort of advice on what to do with this. Okay, that really jumped. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And that's the artwork. Okay, yeah, this is pretty clear to me. This is a runner-chaser situation for runner-chaser twin flame situation where there are contract and societal conflicts at play, where the unawakened twin, who is, by the way, awakening, because I do get the sense that right now they're undergoing the kind of beginning of this, and maybe not even the beginning of it, but they're coming to a really important turning point in their life where they have to acknowledge this. They will be forced by the universe through dark nights of the soul to acknowledge your soul connection. And during this period, it is the best possible thing that you, as the awakened twin watching this, because I know you're the awakened twin watching this, of course, wait and not do anything about it. Because if you interfere with this process of learning, you are simply disrupting them from their learning process, from fulfilling their lessons. Like, I don't know, like let's say you're the teacher at an elementary school and someone is having trouble with math. You're not going to go up to that student and give them the answer. You're going to have to just watch them struggle until they find out how to solve that problem. You might give them hints, but after, you tell that student, you go and study this and this and this, go read the textbook, go do these exercises, and they don't do it, well, the only thing you can do, you have two choices. You have the choice to give them the answer, which will not help them because they'll not be able to do it anymore, or you can just walk away and help, watch them struggle forever and ever, and either find a way to learn the material or just fail school. And if they fail school, they might not end up doing what's best for them. So that's a very kind of nerdy metaphor for you, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. This process is absolutely necessary, and even the separation, you can think of it as a sacred sort of thing because it is meant to bring you together. It is meant to shift their experience of whatever marriage or contract, if it is not marriage, if there is something else that's social or societal in its construction and constraints, to shift that earthly 3D version of it to the 5D in order to match your fifth dimensional connection, your high vibrational sacred union connection. This separation process is absolutely meant for that. And the other message I'm getting here with the devotion card is no matter what it sounds like or what it looks like, they're absolutely devoted to you at the soul level. And they're denying it, absolutely. They will deny it. And this is very important. The more you try to coax this out of them, the more you try to get a confession, a sort of mirroring situation, they will deny it more. Chasing will only cause more separation. So it is necessary to be in this process of separation for now, because that's where lessons will be learned by your unawakened twin. And it is all meant to come bring you together. If you are incarnated together on earth, in the same lifetime, I really want to emphasize this, as twins, you are meant to come together. Just a fair warning, if you go out there and you search online for all of these ideas about twin flames, you will hear lots of difficult stories, lots of karmic stories. Those who claim that twin flames are not meant to come together, or those who, you know, settle into heartbreak or disappointment. Yeah, don't listen to those, because they just bring your vibration down. And again, you have free will to change the course of this. This is the most important thing about this card, I think. You have absolutely the free will necessary to improve this connection, to bring separation into union. And the way that you as the awakened twin will do that is to learn to surrender. So let me see if I get any advice on how this connection is going to go. And yeah, I'm just going to use, I'm really kind of debating on the deck here. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one. I'm just kind of I always have like 30 decks on my desk because I don't know which one I'll be inspired to use. So I'm going to use this one. It feels like this is the right one. So what's the kind of advice for this situation, and where is this journey leading? Especially advice, wow, for the awakened twin. Okay, so the one that did flip over is 9 of Cups. All wishes fulfilled, joy, beauty, and just in general abundance. And what I was going to say before this, before picking any cards, is the thing that will always interrupt the running, chasing cycles will be a focus on yourself, a focus on becoming self-sufficient and realizing that judgment, you don't need anything or anyone in order to be happy. Page of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and let's see, Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have 3 of Swords and Queen of Swords. Okay, yeah, so what I'm getting a sense of here, and the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so, which is also the Divine Masculine. Yeah, so right now there is an absolute process of mutual awakening. For you, it is the next level. For your twin, it might be the first kind of iteration of that. And what kind of connects you both is this soul passion, this shared soul mission. You share a soul mission, you share a purpose and a sort of blueprint for this life. Now, whether you align into free will so that you come together throughout it is your choice. It is dependent on your actions and the vibration that you embody. So right now you're being called to, you as the kind of awakened twin are being called to embrace self-love. It's to practice self-love, to focus on your individual dreams, to focus on your particular side of the purpose, and to realize that you can embody and experience true unconditional love whether you are in union or not. That's a very important lesson that twin flames have to learn, is the idea that, you know, being in separation doesn't mean that you have to be disconnected from that source of love that you truly feel. Like right now, yes, you are brokenhearted by the separation. You feel pain because of it. Of course, the awakened twin feels deep pain at being away from their twin, but so does your twin, even though they might be denying it. Right now, this person needs to learn lessons. So your twin needs to learn some lessons before coming into union with you, before coming into this shared soul mission and passion and purpose in a way that really brings it down to earth. They have some work to do. They have to plant a little bit more seeds, and this process, when nothing is happening, supposedly lots of things are happening behind the scenes, and they're being divinely guided. This is not like a tower moment situation, but if they don't align with, you know, the divine kind of fate that is around your connection, and this is a kind of paradoxical message, if they don't align with it, they will be kind of forced to do it in those dark nights of the soul kind of way. Again, it is up to everyone's free will, and if they're denying it right now, it's going to get harder for them and harder for them until they embrace their soul purpose, their soul mission, which of course includes being in union with you. So the other message that I'm getting is with the Queen of Swords, who is a kind of the most ruthless of the queens, is if you have been putting yourself out there to this person and kind of sharing your feelings and your emotions and your love in this boundless, unconditional love sort of way, in which twin flames, of course, are meant to share their love. but this person has been denying you, if they've been acting like the strong emperor figure and putting up boundaries and like, I am so beyond this and so above you, know that that is their ego. And the way that you kind of stop feeding them that dichotomy where the paradox of chasing and running is upheld and continued is not if you kind of hit back at them with ego, but if you just completely dissociate from that vibration that they send off at the ego level, if they ever do that. So, if they say this and that and like, I don't need you and all of that and I don't feel this way, well, just dissociate and let them be. Because if you are in their life when they're in this lower vibrational unawakened form, all you're doing is really just perpetuating the cycle of separation. And it might be difficult because as a compassionate, empathic twin flame, you might want to be there and help them. You understand that their ego kind of expression does not match their heart, but unfortunately they have to learn the hard lessons too in order to unite with you. They have to purge that ego. And that is not going to happen if you keep actively feeding them the thing that they truly want, which is your unconditional love, while they also hold on to ego structures, if that makes sense. That's a very, very, very important message. So I'm just going to try to summarize that again. You are always connected and share unconditional love with your twin flame in the 5th dimension, the 4th dimension, whatever, the 8th dimension, I don't even know. But when you're out of alignment in the 3D and one person is more ego-based than the other, if you, as the less ego-based person, as the more awakened twin, funnel into them like love day after day, and they continue to go on with their lives without changing anything in order to align with you and in a way that honors your true sacred connection, then all you're doing is kind of like, you keep putting gas into a car that doesn't move. And you just kind of keep them there rooted in that vibration. It's like, like the math teacher who tells the student the answer. So with these cards together, the main message I really have for you is no matter how difficult it is, you have to really focus on yourself, on your goals, your professional goals especially. You have to remember not to forget about your true life purpose, and that means your career as well. You have to find your fire and your just your life force again, very solar plexus sort of energy. I'm getting the sense that because of this heartbreak, heart chakra needs healing. So does your solar plexus chakra. And remember that you're never really disconnected. You're always in union at the higher level. And yes, I know you might be like, yeah, but I'm sick of this 5D union. When will it come down to the 3D? It has to be alignment. It's not only divine timing with the Wheel of Fortune, but it is the combination of free will and divine timing. And the more you focus on the things that you cannot control right now, trying to control, like we've seen with the first cards that came up, trying to convince this person of your connection, the more you detract from your true vibration. And listen, if you just focus on your purpose, if you focus on fulfilling yourself, if you focus on embodying love and on feeling love, then you automatically inspire your twin, because you're connected at the soul level, to do the same thing, to also make those choices, to also embody those things, and therefore to act and take the necessary steps in order to make that happen. So by making yourself happy and not being dependent on whether this union happens or when it happens, then you automatically speed up the process. You literally have the free will necessary to shift the situation in this connection into union. If you regain your true, inherent soul fulfillment, that's really kind of the message I'm getting here. And again, once again, if you are incarnated with your twin flame in the same life, you are absolutely meant to unite. So keep that in mind. If you knew that, if let's say some angel came down, literally physically, and was like, listen, yes, you're a twin flame. Yes, this person is your twin. Just know that it is a guarantee, and know that it is a guarantee that union is happening. Then what would you do? And that's kind of the message that I was called to give you today. So let's see if I have any sort of closing messages for you. I'm gonna pull, I feel like, I'll pull a few cards because I feel this. Okay, let love be your motivation for action. Very appropriate. So never fear, right? Because if you're in that paradigm of I'm going to convince this person, I'm going to say this and that to convince them of our true connection, then you're already just perpetuating the negative stuff that's happening there. Yep, another card here. One more message for you. Okay. Okay, and balancing the brain. I can be and do all at once. So this is about that Queen of Swords. It's about you're a very, very heart-based person, a very empathic, loving person. But if you kind of let that overwhelm you to the point where it's also detrimental and negative and kind of negate or just simply not honor your full potential, and that includes your intellectual purpose, that includes your intellectual stimulation and your creative purpose or inspiration, then you are also limiting yourself. Oh, well, I was totally holding this deck completely backwards. Okay, and what more perfect message could we have than patience? If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. This is the perfect possible message I could get because it's all about surrender. When you truly surrender, not like fake surrender, like, oh, I give up on this, like universe, I don't care about this person anymore. No. True surrender, where you are so fulfilled that you don't actually even care whether you come into union with your twin flame, where you truly believe, you have such strong faith in the connection and in your intuition that you actually don't even need any more proof, and you're so excited to just live life and fulfill all your projects, all your creativity, so on, that you just embody this this vibration. It's all about a shifting mindset for you with the Queen of Swords, with the balancing the brain, you know, with patience. It's all about shifting your perception so that you align into unity. And once you align from within, it's always like that. As soon as you do that, the 3D physical materialization of the union will also come to you. Okay, so those are all of your messages for pile number 1. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I would so appreciate your likes, your subscribes, and I really want to hear your stories. Comment below. And yeah, I want to hear what you're going through and what do you think about twin flames? Do you think you're a twin flame? Did this reading resonate for you there? I also want to point you to my Etsy shop, which will be linked below. If you want an individual reading about your situation and your connection, I have plenty of listings for that in my shop there. And of course, there will be way more videos about this, twin flame connections, love connections, as well as other purpose-related questions and content here in the future. So I would love to see you back here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. So hello everyone who picked card number 2. This reading is going to be for you. So is this your twin flame? If you haven't watched the intro, I really highly suggest that you do. I go through the meaning of twin flames, a little bit through the idea of recognition and all of that good stuff there. So if you feel called to this reading for any particular reason, of course this is meant for you. But if you want more info, do listen to my little talk there. So okay. This card will represent the vibration between you and the person that you have in mind right now. So the thing that came out is commitment. The frequency of commitment supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being and with unwavering belief. Okay, so I'm going to take a few more cards to clarify what this means from a twin flame oracle deck, just to get a better idea of what your true connection really is. Is this a twin flame connection or a soulmate connection? Already what I'm feeling is that this is at least a soulmate connection. It is probably not karmic, although we will see what comes up here, because this could also be a fear of commitment. So we get alone, abandoned, lonely, lost. The divine is with you. Okay, so this could be a situation where commitment is not being exchanged equally between you. See if you could get a couple more cards. Is this your twin flame? Ah, that's way too many cards. I don't know if I should take all of them. I just want a couple more. Okay, big goals. Career, business success. Claim your place in the world. Okay, and family and separation. Okay, so yeah, it's still a little bit unclear to me whether this is a twin flame or but because separation came out, it's probably true that it is. Let me see. Momentum, force, life cycle, stay grounded in the now. In any case, what's happening right now is obviously a sort of separation from the person that you feel is your twin flame, or just in general from your twin flame. It's very clear that this is happening because of a sort of lack of alignment in your physical 3D world. There might be a part of your journey, if this is your twin flame, and we'll continue to pull cards and clarify it, that you cannot undergo together, that you cannot share. Because, for example, like what if, let's say one of you, like maybe your true life purpose is to become a marine biologist or something, and that means you have to go and get like a PhD at a school, like the best program, and you got into the best program, and this means moving across the country away from this person. Who might or might not be your twin flame, we'll find out, right? So that, and they have a job that they have to keep in that city, so they cannot go with you, for example. That's like a one tiny example. It could be absolutely anything. You have, this is very strong message I'm getting, you are destined to be extremely successful in this life, professionally, and so on. And in order to do that, you might have to be alone for a while, whether from soulmates or from your twin flame. So I'm definitely getting the sense in any case that whoever is watching this is a twin flame. Just not sure yet if the person you have in mind is that. But in any case, the reason you are in separation right now, whether you have or have not met your twin flame, is because you are called to embrace this process and this journey of being extremely successful professionally. And for others of you, maybe this has to do with a family legacy, or maybe it has to do with just family matters in general, but I'm not getting the sense that that's really what this is about. The other message I'm getting here is that you're out of alignment with your twin because of family issues. It's a similar message to pile number 1, where the idea of marriage, karmic marriage, and a third party came up. So this could be that your twin has a family with someone else right now, or there are kids involved, because this says kids, opinions, judgment, resolve, family, stress, kid support. So there might be some judgment around just, again, the family structure, the karmic marriage structure, and there might be a sort of commitment keeping both of you separated from each other right now. So yeah, the more I'm doing this reading, the more I sense that the person you are thinking about is your twin flame. It's just that there are contracts and journeys that you need to fulfill separately away from each other before coming into union. Let's just, before I go any further with this, let's just pull a few more cards from this other twin flame deck. I'm not going to take this because I didn't shuffle properly, to see whether this specific person is your twin flame. So is the person you have in mind right now your twin flame? So this really came out. Patience. Same message as pile 1, I swear. So if you were caught between these two piles, you might want to watch the first one as well. And because the first one was a very strong yes for this is your twin flame, well, I'm going to say that this one is a yes, your twin flame too. So fall came up. Fall might be an important time for you this year. The other thing with that card is that it's kind of like a 7 of Pentacle card, when the seeds need time to grow fully. And if there is a separation between you now, know that at the soul level, you're of course connected, and that things will be, moving forward. It's just right now it seems like there is no movement, and that is because you are absolutely fated to achieve certain things by yourself, just like your twin flame. Okay, so we have victim and healing here as well, and mute. Okay, so there's definitely no communication between the two of you, or if there it's not very fulfilling. It's just something that makes you feel even more lonely. It's something that makes you feel unsupported in your goals, and you're working very hard now, even though you don't even you might have even lost some of your soul passion for your true purpose or your true goals, and you might feel just very abandoned by the universe. So this victim situation might be a mirroring situation between you and your twin, where you feel very much unfairly treated. And I'm getting the sense that you feel this way because you're working alone on your professional goals, your creative goals, your legacy goals, your goals of creating structures that are tied to your soul purpose in this life. And your twin is feeling this way because they feel that they have no choice to get out of the commitments of the 3D kind that are holding them from you and from embracing their true soul desire, which is to unite with you as their twin. Yeah, so no contact is really emphasized. 5D dreams, nightmares, focus on your own happiness. This is like the same message as pile 1. A lot of the same cards came up. Stay grounded in the now, the cycles card says, and healing. So there might need to be a rebalancing here of energy. You're definitely feeling depleted. And it seems like you're working very, very hard, and you get no results from it, and no recognition and no fulfillment. But the thing is, you have to find fulfillment in this process of working on your goals, of whether it's career, business. You are absolutely fated to be successful. This is a very, very important message for this pile. And you don't have to segregate between love and success. So if it feels right now like all I ever have the opportunity to do in this life is to work on my goals or my career, and I never really get to experience love, don't tell yourself that. Do not further emphasize those dichotomies, because if you do that, you just keep the fence there. You just keep that fence between these two categories. You compartmentalize these parts of your life, and you're preventing them from merging into each other, because you are meant to experience everything. See, on this card it says, don't call it a dream, call it a plan. So the other question I want to ask you is, if you knew that, if you had this pretty clear confirmation that this person is your twin, like what would you do to really bring it into the physical 3D reality? You can't just think of it as this thing that's, oh, well, it's never going to happen. It's too good to be true. What would you actually do to make it come about? And we do have the card Patience here, which indicates that this most likely is the same kind of situation with, the awakened twin being the chaser and you having to surrender. But concrete action for you is very important. I'm definitely getting the sense that you might be earth heavy as a sign. Your chart might have some important earth placements. What is really, really healing for you is action and structure, and making plans and goals and materializing them, whatever those mean to you, whatever kinds of goals. Even if, shift your attention from what's not working right now, which might be this connection, this situation, your twin flame connection. If nothing is able to materialize, then focus on what you can change, what you can influence, what you can improve and make happen in the 3D world. And that will absolutely heal a lot of your emotional issues and a lot of your feelings of aloneness and abandonment, because you will feel like you're very much in charge of your life. And when you feel that way, when you're truly focusing on yourself and keeping yourself fulfilled, you raise your vibration. And because you're connected at the soul level with your twin, you also raise their vibration, and you therefore make it much easier for union to come into place, or to come around, and for separation to end. So this is a very, very strong message. So I'm not sure exactly why fall is here. I will pull more cards, I'll pull some tarot, but fall might be a significant time when things change for you. So, starting pretty soon in September. There might be also a really big goal that you're working on that is due in the fall. And if that is the case, and if this connection or contemplating it is keeping you from fulfilling that goal, please try to not do that, because you're taking away from your own success, and you are giving away all of this beautiful guaranteed abundance in your life because you're focusing on the things that you cannot yet control. Yeah, so it's all about, I mean, going back to this commitment card, you are committed at the soul level, one obvious message. Whatever other 3D commitments are standing in the way right now, you can be shifting out of them together, but you have to do it separately first, so that when you are together again, it is a full and truly equal commitment of the type that is not conditional, that does not have one person treating the other like, like in these cycles of back and forth, like I want you, no, I don't want you. You don't want that kind of experience. You want true and complete commitment with your twin flame in the physical. And as twin flames in the physical incarnated at the same time, it is your absolute purpose to come together, okay, for separation to end. So you don't want any lesser version of that. So, another message with the Alone card is sometimes being with a person when they're not ready, when they're not able to match you, when they're not equally there for you as you are for them, makes you also feel alone. It makes you sometimes feel more alone than when you actually are alone physically. So it is best for both of you right now to be in separation, although with fall being there might be a shift happening this year. And I'm definitely getting the sense that, it's a pretty kind of frozen energy from you when it comes to this commitment. You might have given up completely on this, and sometimes you might have like a resurgence of like thinking back to it and wondering yet again, like, is this, because I haven't found anyone like this again, like, is this truly actually that person for me? But you don't really strive anymore. That's what I'm getting the sense. You don't try to convince the other person, as it was super highlighted here. There's no communication right now, or very little communication. I'm going to say no communication, okay? And you've just kind of given up, but you still wonder, your soul still calls you to this person, and it is so much the same for them as well. It's just that right now their attention is focused elsewhere. They're forced to focus elsewhere. Maybe you're focused on career more right now, and they're focused on family matters right now, and it just has to be that for a while. But healing can be done all the time. It can be done at any time, any place, and you don't have to be stuck in this frozen cycle of back and forth where kind of one day you regain momentum, as it says here, and force, and you kind of work on your goals, and the next day you just feel like depleted again. Like, why does any of this matter if, like, I don't get to share this with anyone, if all I ever have is just kind of, fulfilled goals through my hard work, but never anything is, nothing is ever given to me by the universe or by other things or other people. So that's a kind of victim mentality, and I'm not, telling you have every right to feel this way. The twin flame separation is an extremely difficult thing. It is emotionally extremely difficult, but telling yourself that this is all you ever have, that is not true. Your soul is absolutely free. First of all, you're committed to each other at the soul level. And second of all, you have the freedom to change the outcome of this situation right now. You have the freedom to change the blueprint of your connection. So let's see if we can get any more messages about the progression of this. Okay. Actually, I want to use the same deck for you as I did for the past card. Yeah, I'm always like, I should just keep all my decks out, but that would be like 30 decks on the table. Okay, so let's see if we can get any more insight into this. Okay, so is this your twin flame? What's happening? Kind of more advice for you as the obviously awakened one watching this video. Any advice for this situation? Gosh, it's just, you can't anymore. These cards. Okay, we get 4 of Wands. Yep. Oh, of course we do. 4 of freaking Wands, which is the twin flame card. It's the 1111 card in the tarot. Because, yeah, obviously 4 wands equals 4 things that look like a wand, therefore 1111. I'm going to stop right now. Okay, so yes, this is your twin flame. And the other really Shit. Sorry. The other really important message here is, oh wow, look at this. So beautiful. The other really, really important message here is, again, that reiteration of you are currently building structures. You have a purpose, you have a contract with your twin to individually gain success by yourselves, self-sufficiently, without each other's help. And then to come into union once you have fulfilled a certain just purpose of yours in the 3D, whether that means creativity, whether that means career, whether that means building a family or tending to matters of legacy. So you might not be co-creating right now in the physical 3D, but know that both of you are self-sufficiently and individually doing that. You're building structures and they are meant to come together at a point. With the Queen of Cups, this is what I see. On your side, you are a very sensitive person, a very empathic, spiritually very aligned with this connection, unlike your twin. I mean, of course, twins are equal and you're equally spiritual, you're equally empathic, all of that. But again, the unawakened twin does not always, they're not always aligned with their intuition, and they're not always communicating what they feel, right? Because this is the kind of typical situation I see with the divine feminine, and this could be anyone, regardless of gender, of course, as the intuitive, awakened, empathic one, and the kind of King of Swords as the divine masculine, the unawakened, the one focused on logic and what is possible, although I don't want to emphasize any sort of false binaries like that, because in the end, you're both equal, of course, and you both have equal potential, and because, you're twin flames, obviously. In the middle, we might have, this third party situation. This might be a different person, or this simply might be the fact that you're both working on gaining your independence. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's a queen who is focused on legacy, who is focused on structures, like the Four of Wands kind of situation, who is focused on career. She's like the next level of Nine of Pentacles, which is the happy single card. So you're both trying to learn right now. You are being called to learn being either happy and single, being either self-sufficient and not needing the guarantee or the support of anyone else in order to accomplish goals. And you're both definitely focusing either on career or family matters that just really wants to come through here. Funny story, this might be a thing that's very specific to me, but I see two bunnies here, and the crazy thing I've always done is two bunnies has always been my confirmation of a twin flame connection, okay? And this could be for you, it could be something totally different, but the idea of spirit animals is also coming up. So if you see a sort of pair of animals somewhere, this could be a further confirmation that you're twin flames. I had some absolutely insane experiences seeing two bunnies. Once I got all of these overwhelming messages that this person was my twin flame, and then I asked the universe, if this person really is my twin flame, I want to see not one bunny, but two together outside. And then that night I was like, I'm going to see two bunnies. I'm going to literally go for a walk because I know I will see two bunnies. I did. They were bathed in light. They were under a lamplight. I have a picture of them. If you don't believe me, I could send you. But anyway, so this idea is, this little message with the bunnies is there might be some sort of sign. So watch out for synchronicities and further confirmations, especially through spirit animals, because that is very important sometimes. I also see two birds on this. I was going to burn this card. I also see two birds on this card. So further, the idea of two animals together. So yours might be more bird-like creatures who are sending you messages. And with birds, it's always spirit is trying to communicate with you and to let you know. So this person, your twin flame, your other highest soulmate, they are busy working on the fabric of their life right now. They're busy at the soul level, creating a tapestry of the situation and the life experience that they really, really actually want to have at the soul level. I really love this King of Swords card in this deck, not only because it's it screws with the gender binary, but because it's just such a positive card where it's always down to that idea of you have free will. You have literally the free will to weave the blueprint of your life whether it's just in general your life, your commitment to someone, whether it's your twin flame or someone else, and just, you know, you have the power to change it, to create it. It is your power. And right now they might be actually quite fueled up, and they might be working on their career in order to come to a place where they feel they have to be in order to be with you, where they embody success. And with the Page of Pentacles, it's kind of the card of a fresh start. It's the card of taking the first step to bring things into the physical 3D reality. And for the cards for what's to come, what a beautiful message. At the bottom of the deck, we have Six of Swords, moving away from indecision, Two of Swords here, and from deception, self-deception. So the healing of that aloneness that you felt, the healing of your separation is absolutely coming up, because look at this. This person, your twin flame that you're thinking about right now, who is your twin flame, because it's obvious at this point. I mean, look at this. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. This is where they're trying to get. This is where the universe is trying to get them to a level of the same emotional maturity as you. And what better, absolutely better card to have with that than the Chariot, the card of ultimate victory, the card of balancing opposites. So in the usual Rider-Waite and other tarot cards, you see one black and one white horse pulling in opposite directions. But instead of letting that become this thing of opposition and of unbridgeable binaries, the person who holds the reins of the Chariot balances the two forces. It's the ultimate karmic balance of yin and yang, masculine and feminine, and of course, ultimately the runner-chaser situation, where neither of you are either running or chasing, but you just truly focus completely on your own individual soul purposes and 3D goals, which are always connected to the soul goals. So those which in the 3D, which are connected to your true soul goals, so that you eventually go on the path that brings you together. Because of the Chariot, it's about moving forward. It's about, and with the Six of Wands, that means moving forward from indecision, from a stalemate, from separation. And we have two birds here again, very important with the two animals for you. So this might be happening pretty soon for you, although we did have the card Patience. So I'm going to say you might be able to sense some progress by the end of this year. If something does not tangibly feel like it is shifting, continue believing, because this person really is your twin flame, and you are a twin flame, and you are meant to experience the greatest sort of abundance with the Four of Wands. I mean, that's just like the ultimate sort of shared structure, shared purpose, shared life. It is a really wonderful energy that I'm feeling. So let's pull you some closing messages. Okay. So any sort of advice for your current situation, if we didn't already have a pretty explicit message of focusing on your own purpose and of surrendering. And, you know, because I do feel the sense that you have kind of given up on this connection, which is good. It's like the first step to surrender. It's about giving up joyfully on it because you truly believe that it will change. So we have practiced speaking positively about other people and events, and especially the future. So pretty simple, straightforward message there. And yeah, I mean, even I'm guilty in this very reading of being like, you, the awakened one, are more, you know, emotionally mature than the unawakened one. I mean, that sort of oppositional speech never really does any good. Even if you are kind of like the chaser who's a little bit annoyed that you're waiting so long and you feel ready, and you're like, well, why doesn't my twin feel ready? If they're my twin, well, why aren't they ready? Chances are, because twin flames always mirror each other, that subconsciously you were also not completely ready. Because anyone who's like so, and I'm not accusing you of being obsessive, but anyone who is very, very keen on something is probably, oh wow, exactly as I say this, oh my God. Anyone who's really, really keen on proving something or on making something happen that has been blocked for a long time probably has some sort of fear left over, or some sort of healing that they need to go through. So the whole idea of blaming the other person, blaming your twin for being out of alignment with you is not going to work, because it's always a mirroring situation. So shifting from within, for you to make sure that you're truly aligned with what you desire, with ultimate commitment, being aligned with ultimate commitment from within is going to bring outward commitment. So that means usually, yeah, so acknowledging apprehension. Yep, When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. Oh my God, what an important message, okay? What an absolutely important message here. That's basically just the idea of, yeah, if something is not happening, if, union is not coming into the physical, it's usually because you're also unsure of it. You don't have full faith in it, therefore you're blocking it. And with these really wanted to come out together. I didn't get just one card from this deck, but activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. So you're definitely being asked to, first of all, trust your intuition, because your third eye is your intuition. It is your psychic ability, and you're connected in the 5D. So you also have some limiting beliefs about what is possible on the earthly plane and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, it's about figuring out what those are and also healing those as you work on your purpose, as you focus on being self-sufficiently happy. Okay, let's see if we can get another message. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, money. Yeah, didn't I get the sense that this was career, success, and family oriented? All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. So important. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. I mean, that definitely connects to both messages of abundance. That's money. And it also connects to your twin flame connection and partnership. It's about, clinging on to it is only going to cause more separation. You're in that vibration again with that card victim that came up earlier. By believing that you are constantly denied certain things, or that, it is not in your fate to experience this and this and that. Oh my goodness. Of course this card would come out. You are just further clinging on to that negative spot here. So you're being encouraged to move on from a mindset of lack, whether in your finances, your career, your professional life, or whether in this connection. And we have this beautiful, beautiful card, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. What a nice message to end on. I mean, that's just amazing. I feel so much emotion right now. So this is definitely your twin flame. You're in separation right now, but you have absolutely the free will to change it and focus on yourself, focus on your career, focus on your individual purpose. And union will be yours. I'm not sure exactly when. I will do way more twin flame videos in the future about, checking in on your journey, all that kind of stuff. So if this reading resonated, I would love to hear your messages, to hear your particular stories. I would really appreciate your likes, your subscribes, all of that on this pretty new channel. And if you're also looking for further insight into your connection or your situation, or if you would like a reading, I also have an Etsy shop, which is linked below in the description box. So check out that if you feel like it. Otherwise, I would love to see you back here again. Thanks so much. Bye. So hello everyone who picked card number 3. This is going to be answering your question, is this my twin flame? So if you have any sort of questions about what a twin flame is, or if you want to hear more about the difference between that, karmic partners, soulmates, so on, I would really suggest watching my intro. Otherwise, here is your card. And this represents the connection and the vibration between you two, the person you have in mind right now, and you. So we get reflection. 33, that's an important number. The energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. Okay, so already what I'm getting the sense here is that this person is meant to teach you a very important lesson about unity, whether they are your twin flame or not. So we're going to find out more. We're going to pull some cards. I'm not getting a strong feeling already right off the bat that they are your twin flame. I'm getting more of a sense that this person is really meant to teach you about relationality of all kinds, how to be in relationships, how to have healthy, beautiful connections. 3 is the number of relationships. So if you come across 333 or things like that, that's what that is telling you. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you through those messages, or your angels or your spirit guides. So it's about learning lessons right now. This connection for you, it's about learning the idea of a higher unity, and it's about really understanding what true unity is about, what true love is about, and recognizing the difference between conditionality and unconditionality in love. It's about learning to see both difference and connection between you and others. It's about just learning how to connect. So let's see if we get more insight into this. Yeah, it's definitely a mirroring situation with reflection. It's all about kind of seeing your actions and the actions of the other. It's about seeing your own actions reflected through the other person. Okay. Okay, wow. We have, so it's a karmic partner. This card is really clearly wants me to tell you that. That's the feeling I had when I flipped this card over immediately anyway. Conventional relationship, duty, bound by societal conventions. Okay. So, yeah, with 3, it's also the number of triangulation, the number of maybe also a third party kind of situation. Although we'll see, because and I'm pretty sure that this is a karmic partner. I'm trying to see if this could potentially be a situation where your twin flame is with the karmic partner, but because that card, there's one twin flame card, one soulmate card, and one karmic partner card, and because the question is this your twin flame? And obviously karmic partner came out. The answer is that probably no. So don't freak out. Don't click away from this reading. We'll also get messages about why this is happening and what's... Yeah, okay, well, so awakening, realization, progress. Your twin is awakening to your connection. In any case, those of you watching are twin flames. That is very much clear. It's just a matter of... Okay, so we get... I'm not really resonating with... that. Let's see if we can get something that really flips over. Sometimes, yeah, you can just veto cards. Divine timing. Interesting. So, okay, this could be a situation. I'm not going to deny that that for everyone here, this person is not their twin flame. There could be a couple of you for whom it is. But the most obvious message I'm getting is that, this card came up in the shuffle when I split the deck. The main message I'm getting is, yes, you watching this are a twin flame. You might not have met, you most likely have not met your twin flame, but you have met a very important person in your life who is meant to bring you closer to union with your twin flame. The person you're inquiring about right now, it is most likely, for like 99% of you, it is a karmic partner who was meant to awaken you to the idea of twin flames. It was meant to just bring you in contact with this idea and make you aware of it so that you do things and make certain choices to come into alignment through divine timing with your true twin flame. So it says patience, perseverance, peace, trust that the divine knows when. So you feel like there's a lot of potential with this person, with this karmic partner. Fulfillment, risk, achievement, your potential is limitless. And indeed, we have, if you listen to my intro, I talk a lot about free will and choice, and how we actually have the choice and free will to be with anyone in a positive way, to have beautiful relationships and experience unconditional love and equal exchange of energy with anyone, whether they are a twin flame or not. And I do believe that sometimes we can, anyone can be a karmic partner, right? The whole, watch my intro for more information about that. But our soulmates are karmic partners. Our twin flame is a karmic partner in the sense that there is a sort of energetic history before this lifetime, and because there's a blueprint and a contract for some sort of evolution together. So that always indicates karmic means any sort of connection that is meant to bring you somewhere else than where you are. So in that sense, we can really experience joy and potential with anyone. And you see this a lot in this person. However, they might not be on the same page with you. I am not getting a feeling that they are equally committed to you at the soul level, or that they have the same kind of understanding of that sort of generous way of exchanging love. Because you might even, like, let's say someone told you, like, literally an angel came down and was like, okay, you are a twin flame. So yes, this I'm confirming for you. And you have a twin flame out there and you are meant to unite. But you might even be like, okay, but right now there's this person with whom I feel truly like connected and with whom I have a real potential for something. Shouldn't I at least try? Because, you know, my twin flame ain't here. So like, shouldn't I at least try with the person who is here? Yes. That would only work in a very specific situation where you both were on the same wavelength in terms of your spiritual development and your heart set development and your belief systems when it came to love matched up, in the sense where, you know, if this person is at all a twin flame or not, they would still be of the kind of generous heart set and mindset to commit to you and to choose to create beautiful love with you, regardless of what it is. But I'm not getting the sense that they are as evolved as you, this person. So you see a lot of potential within them, and everyone has potential, but if you don't act upon it, then it's like it doesn't exist. If you don't truly equally match the other person in that you're in a relationship with, then, well, you're not really fulfilling your true potential and the potential that they see in you. So you see a lot more than this person is giving out, and then they're giving out to you. Okay. Yeah, with destruction at the bottom of the deck, tower moment, unexpected change, new opportunities. Honestly, this situation was meant to just simply make you aware of twin flames, and it is meant to not stay there forever, because you are meant to experience something so much greater, like, you know, your actual twin flame connection. This could have a lot of potential, but listen to me. I mean, I don't want to get all bossy here, but I always get bossy. Let's just screw it. I'll just be who I am. As empaths, and twin flames are all empaths, and because you're an empath, you see potential in everyone, and God knows it, I see potential in everyone, and you can make it work. But if you're constantly the one meeting the person, not halfway, but like 98%, like, that's not a sustainable situation, energetically, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, practically. And yeah, healing, solitude. Let's get a couple more cards. There's this person, your twin flame. Yeah, so it's just like, you know, twin flames are extremely evolved souls, and because they're so connected to, wow, these cards really came out in the previous reading and I shuffled. Because twin flames are so connected to the vibration of unconditional love, I just want to keep getting a few cards. I want to get one more card for you. They are able to share it with others pretty easily, whether it's their twin flame or not. And the smallest kind of, interesting. The smallest kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Demonstration of potential from someone else will kind of convince you, like, oh, this person is worthy. This person, like, deserves my love and all of that. And look, like, everyone deserves love, but not at the expense of you not getting the same in return, okay? Not getting the same vibration of love in return. Let's see if I get one more card here. Soulmate. Okay, so your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So instead of this person being your soulmate, the sense that I'm getting there, because it's so clear to me that this person you're asking about is a karmic partner, well, two messages coming out. One, because I felt this before. Oh, I can make a karmic into my soulmate. Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. Your true twin flame is already united with you, and they're trying to connect with you. They're trying to come into contact with you. And you have awakened. You absolutely have realized. Like, it's so complex and paradoxical, because as twin flames, the love that we're channeling, even when we're not with our twin flame, like if we're in a relationship with a karmic or whatever, the love that we actually externalize and give to the others, it's like the channeled love for our twin. Okay, so of course you feel so much potential in this. Of course you feel love. because what you're actually channeling is your true love, unconditional love for your highest partner in the universe. So you're actually kind of using that energy. And one thing that could sometimes happen is that we come across this so-called twin flame helper. And this is sort of a very specific term, but someone who kind of feels very, very strongly like our twin flame, or the first person we meet who makes us aware of this, who is a very high soulmate, but still kind of karmic in the sense that it is not meant to be the thing for us in the long term, but who feels like just so strongly like we cannot let go of them. And that's because they have somehow, like, they were fated to connect us to the idea of twin flames and to our real connection. So we like automatically attach them and associate them with the twin flame feeling because they were the first kind of like vessel through which it came down to earth, or it came into our lives or into our hearts. So that's like a very complex message, but it's one I feel called to tell you. But you know, when you're experiencing this love and this feeling, it's really actually for your twin flame. And that's because you have been through a process of awakening. So you're not in contact with your twin flame. That much is obvious. But you feel like this person is part of your soul family. I would take a look at your charts, your birth charts, if you have the information for both of you. Take a look at your 4th house. Chances are your 4th house will be in a sign that is connected to some important placement in this person's chart. And therefore they will feel very familiar to you in the sense where you kind of get this soul nostalgia, like your soul knows your twin and it kind of reminds you somehow of your like twin, even though they actually are not. But this person has fears of commitment. This person is not really in touch fully, not only with their full potential, but with their possibility to really love. And they are called to you and they're so drawn to you because they feel such a need for love. They feel such a need for this healing love that you can give. I mean, with this card healing, that's really what that is about. You're a very, very healing person to this person. Like, they need you, but are you getting the same in return? You might not, because mute is here. You're kind of pouring forth all of this beautiful, divine, unconditional love energy, but they're like not really giving it back to you. And you can't really shake them off because they feel so familiar, okay? And you might feel like a lot about you is similar. Like, again, with the potential card, it feels like there's so much that could be happening. But again, with the idea of free will, when both parties are not fully in alignment, that should give you, that should just give you all the information you need for, should you continue investing in this. If you continue to, pour so much love and hope and energy into them, and if you kind of continue viewing their potential and really, really just attaching yourself to the potential you see in them, you're just kind of reinforcing this situation where you give more than you take. Don't meet them more than halfway, because they're not as open yet to giving so much unconditional love as you are. That's a very strong thing I'm feeling here. Okay, so I'm going to use a different deck for you. I feel called to use this one. So what's kind of some advice there is for this connection? Wow, right away, twin flame card came out, which is, for me in this reading, it reiterates that you are a twin flame. And look at what we have next. 7 of Wands and 3 of Wands. So right now, you are in this place where you're kind of defensive about this connection. Like, you don't want to hear that they're not your twin flame. You don't want to hear that it's a negative situation, but it's such a clear thing that you have to wait to see. You have to wait for this kind of, this tower moment where really it brings you into your true twin flame connection. It's coming. You have been in this situation. You have come to this place and have met this person in order so that you, Hierophant, so that you come into contact eventually with your twin flame. And we have 7 of materials, so 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a soul journey, absolutely, for you. It was fated that you met this person too. It's all so interconnected, and It is so difficult because sometimes twin flame helpers, and I'm really getting the sense that this person is like a twin flame helper for you, as in the person who opens you up to that situation and that potential, is like, it feels like, you know, God, they're like your, I don't know, like they feel like they could be so high up there on the soulmate spectrum, but if they're not acting like it, they cannot be that. In some rare situations, I feel called to say this for that 1% of you for whom this is not a karmic partner and your twin flame is acting like a karmic partner. Yeah, that's the message. If they're not acting like it, they aren't it. So yeah, that's kind of a paradoxical thing again, but here are some cards that further illuminate this. This is a soul journey. If there's marriage involved here, because the Hierophant could signify that, it could be karmic marriage stopping either of you from fully committing. But I'm really getting the sense that this is all about your soul journey, which is meant to take a while to fully materialize. So yeah, with this destruction card at the bottom, if regardless of what the connection is, this is an important message always, if the situation is toxic, you do not have to persist in it, okay? Even if, like, let's say, yeah, an angel came down to earth and was like, yep, this is your twin flame, like, no, that does not even excuse anything. It doesn't excuse any potential toxic behavior, and even twin flames can get into toxic cycles and behavior, okay? So the message I'm really getting is Nine of Pentacles, materials, and Muse of Emotions. So we have two muses here, and isn't this wonderful? Such a mirroring soulmate thing. And oh damn, Four of Wands. Okay, so basically everyone so far in this reading has definitely been a twin flame. Yes, is a twin flame. It's just about alignment and about true recognition. So this is a very, very close situation, all right? You are a twin flame. You have to believe this and to go on the journey and to trust the divine timing of it all, and to realize that the entirety of your experience is part of the fabric of your life, which is meant to bring you this connection, okay? Whatever this is, whoever this is with, because you're meant to experience it in the 3D physical, absolutely, okay? If someone feels like your twin flame, they're not acting like it, you have to let go. You have to be truly focusing on yourself, to be self-fulfilled, self-sufficient, to focus on your own goals, and to really be not dependent on them. If they're acting not like it, don't push anymore, don't give more, just to balance out the fact that they're not giving. So my phone totally overheated and just stopped recording all of a sudden, so I continued my rant for myself for about 2 minutes. So here I am going to continue it, so excuse the difference on the table. Yeah, so what I was saying is, if this person is not acting like a twin flame, even if they are, and as I was saying, it's a kind of very close situation, don't give more than they are giving, all right? So the other message that I already kind of ranted about to myself that I felt was here, because again, this is for most of you, this is a karmic partner that we're talking about here, but in very few rare cases, like a few of you, this is a situation where your twin flame is acting like a karmic partner. And in that case, the message that I think was very strong here is that if they're going to come back at all and, you know, offer you this commitment that honors their actual vibration and their actual connection to you at the soul level, there needs to be a complete destruction of who they are at the moment. Structures in their life completely need to change. They need to transform at several levels and shed their skin like several times before they can even really be and embody the person and the connection that they actually really are to you, if they are the twin flame. And yeah, we did get several cards here, the Karmic, the Soulmate card, and several like twin flame indications, right? But the most important thing that I have to tell you is that no matter who this person is to you, what you have to do is tend to your spiritual journey towards enlightenment, towards emotional maturity. And when you do that, and this is going to be a kind of long soul process, And sometimes it might feel like things are not moving forward, right? But ultimately what you're going to do by just working on yourself and letting go of the situation, whatever it is, so that either someone, your true twin, comes along, or this person totally rebirths, changes their actual structures of life, and really honors being your twin flame if that's who they are, right? But I'm getting the sense that that second option is for way fewer of you, again, to emphasize that. Then this sort of, masculine, feminine, perfect balance of yin and yang will be reached, and then union will be yours in the physical, whether with this person, but for most of you with your true twin flame. Okay, so that's kind of a convoluted, complex message that wanted to come through, and I'm sorry if I've repeated myself. Again, my phone died. I had no control over that situation. So let's see, the cards that I got out already for you as the final closing messages are: you are an I. Use this higher aspect of yourself to redeem your shadow aspects. So one thing that really did stand out here was, if this is a situation where this person that you see has so much potential is not just a karmic partner, but a twin acting as a karmic, there is a mirroring sort of situation. So they're not the only one running. Subconsciously, you still have some shadow programming and some wounds that you need to work through in order to heal them, so that you can open up to this beautiful yin and yang union. So that's definitely highlighted here. And what was really clear to me is that which card came up? I think it was just this one. There was a second one. I don't know if it was the one right underneath, but I'm just going to take the one right underneath because two fell out. The most important and appropriate kind of message possible here was welcoming surrender, right? So as the chaser twin, the most important thing you can do is surrender. And it doesn't even matter in the end who that person is. It's just the vibration of no longer even asking that question, of no longer even worrying about it. So it says, there is no problem, only destiny being revealed. I mean, isn't this perfect? Divine timing. That's a major message here. And processing grief. So my losses prove how deeply I loved. So if this is a situation where, for most of you it is, where this person is a karmic partner of some sort, and you feel like there was a lot of potential there that wasn't claimed, that wasn't recognized, that they just missed out on reciprocating, you are meant to receive the best. You are meant to receive the highest and to experience the deepest kind of love, and especially as a twin flame, that is fated for you. If you are both incarnated in this life, you are meant to come together. So those sometimes who, are kind of good for you, but not really, and with whom you have a kind of connection, even though you feel so much more of it, you recognize the depth of it that could be there. Sometimes the universe will just kind of throw those people out of your life in order so that you not be distracted on your highest possible journey. That's a very important thing that sometimes happens. And you might sometimes object and be like, well, this is kind of a loss. Like, this could have been like a nice thing, even if it was going to be temporary. But sometimes one temporary decision leads to another, and all of a sudden you're just kind of settling and therefore locking yourself within a lower vibrational thing, or just simply something that's not what is the best available for you. And why would you do that when there is something even more naturally flowing and abundant and equal for you out there? So that's really the message here. And I think I'm going to end your reading there. If any of this resonated and you enjoyed it, I would really love to hear your comments, to hear your specific stories, and of course I would really appreciate your likes and your subscribes on this quite new channel. And also I will also link below my Etsy shop, which has individual readings if you want to get an individual reading and delve deeper into your situation, your connection. If you want to ask me any specific question, that is there for you if you feel like it. If not, I hope to see you here again soon anyway. Thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so hi everyone who picked card number 4. So this is this person your twin flame? And if you want to dive deeper into the idea of twin flames, if you haven't listened to my intro, I hope you do that. And without further ado, this is the vibration that currently describes your soul connection, or that just in general describes your soul connection with this person. And we get soul 37. So that's 10, which is 1. So the energy of soul activates our connection to the part of us that is closer to the higher realms, God, or the divine. Okay, so it's pretty obvious already that this person is at least a soulmate to you, and that they activate a very important part of you. Okay, that's way too many cards. I'm not going to take all of them. So let's further clarify. What is the nature of this connection for you? Is this your twin flame? And I'm definitely getting the sense that at the very least they are a soulmate. Okay, well, that one really wants to come out. So crossroads, divergent paths, choices, confusion, follow your intuition. Okay. Stuck. Okay, that one really wanted to come out. Block, third party, silence, barrier, shift your focus to clear the energy. Okay, so definitely seems that this person is a soulmate of some kind, but it's a complicated situation right now where both of you might not be on the same page as to what you want. Okay. All right. Fifth dimension, intuitive communication. You are connected at the soul level, if that was not obvious, and divine timing. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely a soulmate. So might not be your twin flame, but you have a very deep connection with this person. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Gesture, engagement, wedding, rejoice in your union. Okay, so that could be a possibility there as well. Let me get another card for you. I just want to clarify a little bit. What's happening that's problematic right now? Because, you might be, as most of these decks. Wow, interesting. This is a very sort of mysterious reading so far. Hidden path, detour, slow down, explore, go in a new direction. With the crossroads here and the divine timing, it seems that this person is destined to be in your path to get you somewhere. Okay, they are absolutely instrumental to your twin flame journey, and they are very deeply connected at the soul level to you. I'm just not exactly sure about what this offer means yet, but of course we'll pull more cards and clarify. So they might actually be planning to commit to you at an even deeper level. Yeah, with release at the bottom of the deck, I wonder what this is. So let's further clarify. Is this person your twin flame or not? Or are they a soulmate? Or what's actually happening here? The way I'm feeling this is that, too many, they are important in bringing you close to your twin flame. So material world, fresh start. Interesting. Let's get a couple more cards. It might feel like, it's weird because it feels kind of like this person is kind of like the highest soulmate besides your twin flame. That's kind of what it feels like to me. So this could be someone like a twin flame helper. The previous path, it's way too many. The previous pile had a similar feeling to it. You're certainly very empathically connected. You can almost like telepathically feel each other. Separation, okay, so that definitely came out twice. So there might be some sort of temporary separation between you right now, or maybe another thing I'm sensing is that maybe someone made an offer for higher commitment, like even maybe engagement or something, and then that actually ended things. Yeah, with solitude coming out. Oh man, like almost every one of these readings has separation or solitude. Okay, so if I can get 2 more cards to really clarify every single one of these cards. But I really kind of want to get into the tarot for you. Yeah, there is just confusion in this. Oh my god, we got crossroads twice. That's insane. Okay, so definitely there has been a shift in your life with this partnership. So maybe you thought that this was going to go somewhere and then it didn't, and you're wondering why you went on a different path with it. Where is this taking you? Why did this detour happen? Oh, divine timing twice. Do you guys see? I mean, seriously, look at this. This is crazy. How is this possible? Okay, so something here is absolutely beyond your control. Maybe there was a sort of tower moment situation, but not even that. I'm not getting the sense that it was like extremely shocking. There was just a complete change in direction in this relationship and this connection that you did not expect. And what I'm really hearing is that basically this is in order so that you meet your twin flame. Okay, I finally get it. Okay, I get it. So it was all divinely created, this whole situation, this whole path, so that maybe this offer card is really about, I'm starting to get this. It's about coming into alignment with your highest connection, which is your twin. So this requires releasing this situation here, this connection eventually, even though it is a soulmate connection and you feel each other very deeply, very empathically. It's a very kind of heart and throat chakra connection, this one. And maybe there is a separation right now between you. Like maybe something happened, like one of you proposed marriage and then the other kind of just all of a sudden like went the other way, and you're wondering like, what the heck, like I thought we were on the same page. Or any sort of like attempt at strengthening the commitment or taking it to a next level happened. One of you tried that and then the other ran away, or just didn't feel comfortable, or just all of a sudden realized something. Or simply the other option could be like it just didn't work out for some practical reasons, because we have material world. And you were kind of expecting a fresh start or something, but it actually like didn't happen. Like what happened is a sort of like regression. Wow, interesting. Very complex reading. The last one was complex. This one's very complex as well. And basically what I'm hearing is that this is about forcing you on a path that might feel like a winding one, like you're stuck, like you were moving forward and now all of a sudden you are stuck, and like you just didn't expect to be here in this situation with this person, or just in general, like you were expecting to move even further along, to go to the next level, but you're being kind of forced into this path in a divinely ordained way. This really came out with the two divine timing, two crossroads. And you're kind of being put on this new path in order to test your intuition, your soul wisdom, and in order to make you really, really discern between different types of connections and different levels of connection. So if you really can't tell like the difference between, maybe like the highest soulmate or the twin flame, this separation is necessary. This like path, this journey on that winding road is necessary in order to give you clarity, to offer you some sort of answer to this. And the other thing I'm getting from this is that either way you go, it doesn't matter. Like it's all leading to the same place. It's like, let's say that you do make up with this person. If there is a separation right now in your life with this person, if someone did freak out because of some attempt to, get the relationship to a new level of commitment, like let's say you get back with this person, like you even marry this person, they are a real soulmate to you, a very deep soulmate, so that would be very fulfilling. But down the road, it is still divinely ordained that you come into union with your twin flame, because as a twin flame incarnated on earth, that is your purpose. You are meant to have that. So whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Like you're actually still going to come into some sort of meeting if you haven't actually met them yet in the material world, but you will even soon, I'm hearing, because with the fresh start, like what could happen is actually you get back with this person after a period of separation, and then all of a sudden, like you meet your real twin, and then you might be faced with a crossroads again right after you kind of made up and like finally decided like, no, we're not going to freak out, we're actually going to take this forward like we thought we would, like we're just gonna like right after you re-decide to fulfill your commitment or to strengthen your commitment, you might actually come into this divinely timed meeting. And right now you might be actually like experiencing your twin in dreams and in the fifth dimension. So this is a very, very interesting situation where you might be getting prepared or getting some sort of messages on a very, very deep soul subconscious level of the offer and the meeting that's meant to come your way. And you are given the opportunity right now to release anything that's not that. But even if you don't release it, this new thing, well, aka your twin flame, will still come into your life. So it's up to you whether you want to meet this person in, or your highest person in solitude or not. It doesn't actually matter because, yeah, release, pause, runner, interesting, yeah. It doesn't matter because they're coming anyway. Okay, so it will be, and it's going to be very, very obvious when it happens. You will know it. Like if you think this connection right now is very deep, that one will be even more just, there will be so many synchronicities around, and it will feel absolutely just, yeah, magical and almost too just, I don't know, like unique to believe. It will be just almost unbelievable, the level of synchronicities and magic surrounding it, and kind of sort of electricity around it, that you will just be, it's going to be like nothing you actually felt before, like nothing you experienced before. This is really a crazy reading. So okay, I want to clarify this further. So what is this about? Let's see. What is this situation? What's happening right now? Because I get it. I finally get it. But do you see how many like components there were to that? Okay. Nine of Emotions. Strength. It's Nine of Cups. Strength. Yeah, so you love this person. You're very deeply connected to this person, and you wanted to commit to them, and they wanted to commit to you deep down at a soul level. But someone might not have completely, been on the same page, and you might not have equally made that same choice at the same time. With the Three of Pentacles, it's about collaboration. It's about union in some sort of ways. Maybe something related to just practicalities stood in the way of that. Pentacles, it's always practicalities, and we have material world and soil and all of that. So let's see. Further kind of clarify the situation, the current situation. I want to know a little bit more before I pull the cards for what's coming. Okay, death, yeah, so this might have ended. Or it might have been forced to, because of the transformation that you wanted to undergo with your new level of commitment or that new offer. It might have taken a different path than expected, or there just might be a temporary separation toward clarity of mind, or for definitely sensing that some people just might have wanted to, or some people, one of you might have wanted to take some sort of time to process, well, yeah, emotions, to process any sort of blocks, because that desire to commit might have triggered one of you into old fears stemming from other relationships in the past. Okay, let's see one more card for this. Like, where is it in the present right now? Okay, and this did come out reversed. So right now, yeah, you still have a potential to be with this person, to reunite, to come back. It's really up to you. Okay, but either way, what's coming? Let's see what's coming with your twin flame. Okay, yeah. The soul journey, I mean, literally. What's coming? Three of Wands, it's coming. It's in the future. You are part of the soul journey. This is your ordained contract in this life. The Empress, so the Divine Feminine. 10 of Cups, so interesting. See, this is definitely reiterating that message, how like this person is kind of like your highest soul, or one of your highest soulmates. But so 9 of Cups, but then 10 of Cups here. So it's like this could be very fulfilling as a connection, as a life partnership, but this wants to come to you. The ultimate and absolute wants to come to you. And it's like, I almost like feel bad for this person because they are lovely. You do have a lovely connection, but in the end, like, you're still meant to be with your twin. And if they are coming into your life, you know, it's kind of inevitable that it will happen. Just flipping over cards that didn't fall out but flipped over. Let's see what else. Yeah, you might feel defensive when this happens. Like, who are you to come in and attempt to change my life when I finally like recommitted, or when this finally seem to start to be, that was a mouthful. When this finally seems to be working out again, or to be finally working out in this new direction, this fresh start, this new level of commitment, like exactly when that starts happening, this new person might come in. So let's see. I mean, yeah, 6 of materials. This is your equal, someone who is like your mirror. I mean, look at that, just like twins, right? This is someone who, and this is a very beautiful like mirroring situation here too. So, you know, that difference between like the kind of highest soulmate and your twin flame. It's crazy. Let me just get one more card for this. How is this person going to come in? Or do we know anything else about it? Yeah, you're feeling very defensive about it, or when you're kind of, well, in a place where, okay, interesting. So yeah, this person is going to seem very attractive and going to come in moving very quickly. And again, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to be happening in a divinely timed way. Yeah, in a way that, with the 9 of Wands, I'm just trying to really understand this. In a way that will kind of just trigger certain feelings of regret when it comes to this other situation, because it's almost like as soon as this happens, you will know what it is. And you will also know that you have to let go, or not that you have to, but that you are being called to let go of this other connection and situation. And of course, you have free will to do whatever you want. I'm just kind of saying that whichever direction you go in right now, this other thing is going to happen anyway. So, I mean, you can't really calculate how best to have it happen. And can I tell you right now, let go of this really high soulmate who is beautiful for you and who is, you know, actually a very positive connection, because this other, you know, your twin is coming into your life. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can't really say that because everything is kind of divinely timed, and it seems that there's a very complex situation happening here with making up and then recommitting after sort of separation, after sort of mini running situation. But yeah, let's see if I can get any advice for you. Actually, I'm going to pull, yeah, you know what? I'm going to pull 1 card for this person and 1 card for this person who's coming in, which is, well, it seems obvious that it's your twin flame. So first, I'm going to pull a card for the person you are asking about right now. Can you please explain the connection here? Because this is definitely very complex. Just 1 card, come on, please. Damn it. Nothing wants to come out. Ah, okay. New beginning, interesting. Yeah, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yeah, so definitely a soulmate, and you could have a lot of happy experiences and situations together. And right now, yeah, it seems that, you know, with a new beginning and fresh start, how many repeat cards do we have in this reading? This is crazy. That this is definitely available to you right now. Okay, and this other person, secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So they might already know about you, but you don't know about them. Let's get another card for, oops. I just want kind of one final clarifying message as to what you should do. And look, you know, whatever feels right for you. Okay. Yeah, weird. I mean, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Yeah. So with so many hidden paths, crossroads twice, divine timing, fresh start. Oh man, it's a very complex situation. Like, I don't really understand it because there are so many things happening behind the scenes. There's so much at play, so many like kind of moving little wheels in the divine kind of makeup of this situation. But you will know it when it comes, this new situation. There's something new coming, definitely. And if this will happen like way down the road, I mean, just right now, if there's something beautiful in your life, you have every right to enjoy it. And to, if it feels healthy and beautiful and equal and empathic and all of that, it's, you know, there's no reason to deny it. Whether, you know, your twin comes along, or someone else who is even higher for you comes along, an even higher soulmate, like that could happen later, and you'll deal with it then, because it seems like, yeah, again, very complex situation. But just do what is best for you in the moment. So it says, make clear, calm thinking your goal. Yeah, try not to be overwhelmed by too much calculation. Follow your intuition, really. So if you're trying to like calculate, yeah, this is the sense that I'm getting. Like, you're trying to calculate things, but then the universe telling you there's such a complex kind of behind the scenes thing that you can't possibly understand, and you will just know it when you come to it. Don't be afraid to slow down, as this is when you can make real inner changes. Yeah. So just, yeah, really taking the time to breathe. Absolutely. And look, I'm gonna pull you some more advice cards. If you're in a kind of hectic place to decide or to move forward or backward or whatever, growing beyond guilt, yes, is definitely turning out to be a weird reading. It couldn't have happened any other way. So let's say that, you know, this new person who is your twin comes along, and it's just something that you've never felt before, and then you feel called to let go of this old connection. Well, yeah, it was divinely ordained. It's not your fault. It isn't. Soothing impatience. Yeah, there's nothing to do but wait. Yeah. Yet don't try to, if you have the choice to make, if you have the opportunity to make a choice right now, and it just, like, you feel stuck because nothing feels clearly like the right choice, the best thing you could possibly do is just wait a little bit longer to get more insight, to get more kind of mental understanding of this situation first, and then intuitive, because there will be a lot more steps to this situation. So right now, maybe some solitude or separation with this person that you're asking about is the best thing. And then whatever happens, if a new person comes along, or if you get, you know, that new level of commitment with this person, like, it's just about the right time for both situations. Wow. Loneliness and love. When you stop fearing you're aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. Okay, I finally think I get it. May I embrace and love my solitude. And that's when kindred spirits can finally come. It's not about finding love. You are love itself. Help me, Lord, to send so much compassion and caring to the inner child that I always remember I myself am love. Okay, so loneliness and love. Interesting. Yeah, the very obvious thing that comes through with this is that this person feels like a very deep soulmate, as I keep saying, right? You love this person, they love you. But is it the highest connection? Most likely not. Your twin flame is yet to come in your life. Do not be afraid of, wait to make this choice. And if it doesn't feel right, don't make this choice. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but wait a little bit. Be in this place of aloneness and solitude and separation, and don't fear it, because if you just wait a little bit longer, you will see the kind of truth of this connection And that final level of connection that you know and you feel intuitively is coming for you with your highest possible soulmate. So don't feel desperate to commit if it doesn't feel right with this person, because you fear that you will be alone, that there will be no better offer that comes along. This could work out very nicely. It could be a flowing connection. It could bring lots of fulfillment, lots of adventure. You have the opportunity to renew this contract. Let's just put it that way. But just wait a little bit longer. It would be a little bit easier if you, instead of like recommitting anew, then this new thing, this entirely new thing happened and came into your life. Just wait it out a little bit. If you have the possibility to just be in a place of kind of suspension, I'm not asking you to not make a choice, but just take some time to receive some further information and clarity, because this is a very, very complex situation, okay? But definitely sensing that your twin flame is yet to come in your life, but this might be happening pretty soon, actually. Either way, things behind the scenes are making your union and meeting, if you haven't met already, which I don't get the sense that you have, like they might know about you, but you don't know about them. Things behind the scenes are making this happen. Divine, weird, mysterious forces are working to make this happen. And with this person currently that you're inquiring about, yes, it is a soulmate connection. It is a very deep one, but it is not your twin flame. So yeah, don't freak out at that. You have the free will to do whatever you want, to commit to anyone that you want, but it really, really seems to me like your twin wants to come into your life and that they will. So I guess you can deal with it when it happens, or you can just take a little bit more time right now to figure it out, or to just let things sink in, or to just simply give yourself the chance to receive more clarity. All right, that crazy reading is done, I think. Did I have any other cards to pull? No, I think I pulled all the cards. All right, so if you enjoyed that, or if any of that resonated, if you're still here, thank you. This was a crazy read. If that really kind of connected with you, I would love to hear your stories, your particular situations, maybe to hear your ideas about twin flames in general. And of course, I would really appreciate your likes and your subscribes on this very new channel. And if you want a unique reading from me, I have an Etsy shop as well. The link is down below. And if you want to just delve into a private reading on any topic of your choice, if you want to look at a specific aspect of the situation in your life, do that if you feel like it. If not, that's also okay. I hope to see you back here in the future anyway. There'll be way more videos about this, about love connections, about other things. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye. So hello everyone who picked card number 5. So this is going to be the answer to your question, is this my twin flame? So if you want to delve deeper into the topic of twin flames and find out more about that and the difference between soulmates and the idea of the karmic partner, I would really encourage you to watch my intro if you haven't already. If you did, thank you so much and welcome to your pick a card. So the answer to your question is romantic love. Okay, so 34 adds up to a 7 if that matters to you at all. The frequency of romantic love supports our experience to know ourselves through the reflections of a conscious lover. Okay, so this is a connection that is very emotional and that is very deeply empathically connected for you, and you are absolutely fated to experience love with this person, whether this is a soulmate or your twin flame. We're going to find out right now, because I'm not getting the sense that it is a karmic partner. So let's see what this is about. Although with romantic love, it could always be just mostly attraction. But yeah, we already have mirroring, so reflection, twin, wholeness, synchronicity abounds. So definitely at least a soulmate. Let's clarify this further. Is this your twin? Okay, home. So yeah, they feel like home to you. Cozy, warm, secure. You feel at home with each other. Definitely. Very, very deep, empathic, intuitive, loving connection. This one. It's too many. Let's just get a couple more. Is this your twin flame or a soulmate? Oh, okay. Surrender, detach, trust, free fall. Have faith that all will be well. And the other message I get with that is that kind of like if you fall, this person will catch you. Like they're very dependable, very stable, actually. It's actually a very healthy connection. Regret, remorse, life regrets, loss, start making empowered choices. Okay, that's interesting. That's a different sort of energy. So if there's any sort of conflict right now in this situation, you're both mirroring it, and it stems from some sort of external source to you, whether in the past, even a past life maybe. Big goals, okay, this might have to do with you not knowing exactly how to balance out your practical or professional life with your romantic life and with your partnership. But either way, what I'm really, I just want one more card. What I'm really getting with this is that it's a positive connection. It's at least a soulmate connection. So yeah, runner. Okay, escape from emotion and confusion, on the run. Interesting. So you might be feeling triggered somehow. Yeah, there's some sort of memory involved here. There's some sort of, yeah, triggering to escape a situation that's actually very beautiful and that actually has a lot of wholesome energy to it. So, blessings. Yeah, it's almost like one of you at least is a little bit scared about how good this is, and it's triggering the other one into potentially wanting to run from the situation, which is positive for both of you. So I'm still not getting exactly the sense of whether this is a soulmate or a twin, but either way, there is some triggering in an otherwise positive situation where it's almost like with the big goals, like you almost kind of want to like find something wrong with the connection, or one of you does. Yeah, you have the potential. You are in beautiful union right now. And it's actually like it's positive, it's beautiful. It's, if it's not your twin flame, it's at least a very, very deep soulmate connection, but one of you is feeling triggered. I mean, look, you are so empathically connected. Definitely lots of water energy that I sense. Like you could have important water placements or earth placements, actually. You could both be, or one of you could be artists or just working on a project together. Like maybe you want to work on a goal together, but you're afraid, or that there's some complications that are, wow, that's a lot. 9 take all of those. There's some complications that are coming in because you want to expand or to reinvent yourselves, or one of you wants to do that. But yeah, it's almost like you want, like I'm sensing or hearing that one of you at least is like looking for issues when there aren't actually any. The only issues are either in the past when it comes to other people, or just when it comes to remaining wounds or shadows within. Yeah, so fear, kind of a fear of commitment and a fear to ascend to the next level of union, and also just a fear of inner development too. Yeah, like I'm sensing that this person kind of sometimes, for no reason, almost like things are going great and you both feel it, and you know, because you are connected fully. But then all of a sudden, this one of you, I think it's probably, you know, if this is a twin flame situation, and I will see, I'll keep pulling cards till I really get the idea. Like the less weakened twin, the runner, is usually the situation, like wants to just all of a sudden be by themselves for a very long time. Like they just want to, like, I don't know, they'll like go off for a weekend getaway and like not text you at all, and you're wondering like what the heck is happening, like what just happened, like things were just perfectly fine, like what the heck is going on. Maybe they also wonder, let's see, it's too many. I just want one more card that tells me who they are to you. Okay, just one more card. Tell me. Well, 3 came out. I'm just going to take them. Screw it. I'm just going to take all of them. Okay, all right. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so because the Divine Masculine came out, this could very well be your twin flame. We'll further clarify with tarot. But I mean, look at all these cards. Fear, grief, numbing, solitude. I mean, look at all that gray here. And we have mirroring, and look at this. Like, we have the kind of feminine, and of course this could be any gender, so it just could be how you identify, but grief with the feminine, and then numbing with the masculine here. So yeah, this is most likely a twin flame connection, and I will clarify. I will not leave you with a maybe. I will really try, because these readings have gotten increasingly more complex per pile. There is a situation where the masculine, definitely getting the sense that it's the masculine who is feeling triggered by something. And there's some sort of regret in their life when it comes to the past. Like maybe a choice they made, something that they perceive to have failed at completely, or that they feel makes them unworthy of you, actually. So yeah, they might be trying very, very hard to find problems when there aren't any. They might be making up issues because they are triggered. They are very fearful. And you are feeling a little bit like a fear or of abandonment because you sense this weird brewing energy that's happening here. Oh my God. All right. A few cards came out. Compromise, vibrations. We got karmic partner, and then we have yes. But because I asked the question, is this your twin flame? I'm going to take the yes to mean the answer to that question. So karmic partner. All right. And compromise and vibrations. All right. So there is someone in the past, I think most likely on the masculine side. So probably, you know, the people who are the twins who are more awakened are always the ones watching these videos. So the awakened twin is usually the feminine. So, and this again goes beyond like biological gender. So I'm going to just deduce or assume that this karmic partner has to do with a person in the masculine's life in the past who is still affecting their vibrations, their energy, and who is like with the compromise card. This is very interesting because like what I'm sensing is that any time in the past, if they were in a relationship and they felt triggered, like what they would do is they would just completely run. And that's probably because of some inner child issues and some, feelings of unworthiness deep down. And then they would just not even like compromise with the other person, and they would just like kind of leave. And that's it. They made their decision, goodbye, and the other person would be left just like you sometimes are. Like when things are going well and they're going off into their weird land, you're like, what the heck is happening? But that's just a mechanism from the past for them. And it's just kind of a habit that they need to change, that they need to work on to change. Yeah, let's see if there's any sort of like remedy for this before I get into the tarot. What is this pattern about? What does this have to do with? It's not really a flip. Oh, it's like half the deck. Come on, please. It should be clear to me. Nope. All right. Stock. Yeah, third party. There's some situation with, and it doesn't have to be like a romantic partner. It could be family that's holding them back, that's draining their energies. It could be some sort of traumatic experience with family in their past, that is creating a sort of barrier of energy between them embracing their highest vibration and just like accepting this beautiful connection between you. Split energy. Yeah, this came up in the shuffle too. Options, unfocused, multitasking, decide what you really want. So they might not actually know exactly what it is they want in life in general right now. They don't know how to balance career and love. They don't feel worthy of you. They don't feel worthy of this highest unconditional love. Okay. Sacred space, altar prayer. Definitely a remedy to this would be to meditate. I mean, this is highlighted here. Commune with your own divinity. Yeah, fear and lessons. Definitely afraid of happiness. That's what they are. Yeah, with the Karmic Partner card coming up twice. It's interesting. Wow, this is such a crazy split message here. What am I getting? I'm getting no and a yes. Oh my God, I can't. To try to calculate a clear answer for you here. This is a very, very interesting situation as well. Yeah. Don't know. I don't know if I want to change my answer completely. The yes card did come out with Karmic Partner, and then we also get no, and we get Karmic Partner. That's just a crazy like situation. In any case, this is at least a soulmate connection. I know that. I can tell you very clearly. I want to know if I have any more. Yeah, I'm going to pull further cards because that's a very, very contradictory message. Why does Spirit do this sometimes? And I shuffled all my decks. I cleared the energy in the room. It's just been a bunch of complex readings. Yeah, this person could be a sort of twin flame helper as well, in the sense that they're helping you learn lessons about abandonment and about equality, and you're helping them learn lessons about worthiness and true love. Okay. It says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing, and emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to pull some tarot cards for this situation because this is just too crazy. Definitely there is a lot of just shadow energy at the moment that has to do with karmic connections in the past, but mostly on the masculine side. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not convinced that they're not your twin flame, but we'll see. Okay. Soulmate, forgiveness. Okay, so yeah, it seems that Spirit really wants to indicate that they're a soulmate. As to why the card yes came out, let's just see what it's about. Let's pull some tarot, because this has all been very complex like this. Yeah, the idea of a twin flame helper is basically someone who is meant to come into your life to prepare you for your twin. So this, it seems like it's very likely that this situation is like that. Okay, so definitely this deck. And usually with the romantic love card, yeah, it's a very, very soulmate-y kind of card. Yeah, they feel unworthy of you, and I'm not entirely convinced that they are your equal yet, even if this is your twin flame. But Spirit is trying to indicate that they're more kind of like a soulmate. Either way, they're currently not, they're not able to match you energetically. You are just more plugged into that energy of unconditional love. Although this is a positive relationship and you have experienced so many beautiful things in it. Moving on from something. So right now there might be a desire to move on from the situation on either side, or there might be triggers that are setting off a sort of running situation. This could also just be moving on from these fears, but we'll see. With the Hierophant, this is a soul connection. Absolutely, this is a journey that is meant to bring you to the ultimate outcome. Seven of Swords, yeah, there are some hidden issues at play here. Mostly there's running from the self for the other. I'm hearing the person you're thinking about right now is definitely running from themselves. There's a lack of understanding on their part. They don't know what they want. They feel stuck. Let's see. They feel stuck in the way they put their energy out. They feel stuck whenever they try to imagine the future. Yeah, it's like they're trying to juggle all of these things in their life, but they don't know how to do it. So there's also a lack of kind of working on the soul on their side. There's definitely lots of shadow work to be done for them in order to heal the situation. Okay, and now can you just tell me who they are to you? Because that's really what this reading is about, but it's just such conflicting messages that it just wants to, it wants me to tell you what's happening. Not so much what it is. Yeah, with the Seven of Wands there, it's just fear of vulnerability. 2 sevens, the fear of spirituality, the fear of the spiritual nature of the connection. Ace of Materials, the fear of commitment. Again, that really, really wants to come through. With the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they see you as a very, very grounded person. Like you are a very clear person in your expression of energy, and they just don't feel like they can match that. They're simply unable to match that. Yeah. There's a desire and a need for clarity, so I really hope this comes to you. Let's see what's happening in the future for you. Yeah, this person feels very, very afraid to me. Like it's the past of this connection, and the good moments are so beautiful, but there's a sort of suspension happening right now. Something is going to happen, like events will set other things into motion, and hopefully you receive clarity. Let's see. Yeah, so with the Emperor here, so that came out twice, the kind of divine masculine here. There is a need for this person to become empowered, to feel like they are the master of their own destiny, because before they feel that, they're not able to match you and be your equal. So I honestly cannot tell you completely whether this person is your twin flame or a soulmate. It seems like time will tell, and I know you're gonna hate that answer probably, but there's the possibility for renewal and for equality. But what I'm sensing right now is that even if they are your twin, they're not fully able to match you as your twin. There is another level of destruction and transformation that needs to take place before they can match you in that. And it's, yeah, it's just this problem of unworthiness needs to be healed. The inner child, this is the ultimate kind of inner child card. That is what needs to be healed for them. And whether they are your twin or not, I mean, look at this, so much. Yeah, this is the energy of regret. So they're regretting something very deeply, something that they did. And I'm just going to call it a soulmate, because after all this back and forth, all this crazy stuff, they could be a very, very, very high soulmate to you. But honestly, the way I'm feeling it right now, there's just so much back and forth, so much fear, so much shadow energy here that needs to be dealt with. And of course, twins trigger that in each other too, like with the mirroring card. Like he also, or they also trigger, or she also triggers something in you that is of a similar shadowy nature, and you might also have to deal with that. And you might also have to learn the lesson of understanding what that is. Yeah, so I just want to pull maybe 3 more clarifying cards. I think I pulled like 1,000 cards in your reading, but I just want to make sure I'm giving you the clearest possible information available to me. Ah, man. Half the deck keeps flipping like this. I'm just asking here, and I'm using a new deck because we've already pulled so many cards from this one. What's the kind of ultimate outcome of this relationship? And I think that's going to give us the final clue as to whether this is soulmate or twin flame. Okay, the ultimate outcome. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. It seems that this person cannot, or at least in the very near future, cannot energetically match you. They're not fully your equal in terms of expression of love. I'm going to take the one that flipped by itself. Hierophant, okay, but it could go in the direction of further commitment. That is also a card of marriage. The Fool, a fresh start, okay. I'm just not entirely convinced that Two of Pentacles, yeah, a card of kind of balancing. If, you know, the Fool is here balancing on one, on a block, then the Two of Pentacles, the ultimate kind of card of balance. They have to go on their own soul journey, and it's going to have to be on their own. And they cannot be treating you as an option, because that's highlighted here with balancing. Two of Pentacles, that's always, when that comes up in a love reading, and when the Four of Pentacles comes up in a love reading, it's all about restriction and them treating you as an option. King of Cups, yeah, that needs to happen. Queen of Wands and King of Cups kind of out of touch with each other. But Chariot, all right, so look, this is going to be my final message to you. So look at this. Justice at the bottom. This is you right now. Queen of Wands, you are powerful, you are clear in your expression, you are way more self-accepting than they are, although you too could be triggered by feeling treated like an option, or by, you know, this constant back and forth, like, you know, when things are good, this person just kind of running away from you, like that's just, you know, kind of illogical to you. A person who expresses their energy pretty straightforwardly, or who feels like they're just able to understand what they want way more than this person. Yeah, it seems to me like this person is a soulmate, and that they have a lot of growth to do in any case. So if the, you know, I think that there's better out there for you. So you feel it. If, you know, they get to be this King of Cups, this mature, to emotionally mature, to not run from their shadows, their triggers, to not, you know, to heal the inner child, and to feel worthy of true bliss and happiness and unconditional love of the kind that you can give. And you can give that. If they can do that, then this could be a successful union. But they have to be someone who acts empowered. They not only have to feel like, you know, this is very masculine healing sort of situation. Right now, the asteroid of healing Chiron, I think, is still in Aries, which is the ultimate, like, healing the masculine situation. So this might be causing this trigger and this new series of triggers. But they want to feel kind of like, if they, you know, they are masculine or a man, they want to feel like kind of like the man, and they don't feel that way right now. And if, you know, this doesn't apply with the gender, you can apply it how it makes sense to you, but they want to feel like in power of them over themselves, because your kind of confidence, your strength, your ability to know yourself, your ability to share love without kind of so much self-defense intimidates them, and it just makes them feel unworthy. And because that situation feels this way, I'm gonna call this, yeah, a soulmate. So that's kind of the reading I have for you. So let's give you some advice. So it seems like there's a lot of tension, a lot of running right now, and there will be for some time in the future, okay? And yeah, I mean, it could be that this person is your twin, but they're acting only like a soulmate. That's something that came up in the past 3 decks or cards. So do something to improve yourself. Any improvement you make will benefit all of humanity. I feel like that's more of a message for this person. Let's see if we have a message for you specifically on advice on what to do with the situation. Master the step you are on. Okay, so just kind of like ignore what's happening with this person is what the advice that's coming out is. Okay, I'm going to pull you a couple more cards. Any advice for you? Gratitude. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like warmth of the sun. So I feel like this message applies to both of you. And you were able to do this already. I'm getting the sense, definitely. Or you're already able to do this. But just remembering that energy every single day can be healing on this process of kind of back and forth. And yeah, if you feel treated like an option or just unfairly treated by this person, no matter how deep a soulmate they feel to you and no matter how much they feel like home, just it's better to disconnect from a situation that has just so much tension. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's up to you, of course. Yeah, with unhooking the past and integrating the ego, I just feel like this reading just keeps wanting to talk about your person and their path. It's not really telling me who they are, although I'm just going to call it soulmate with lots of issues. And it's not telling me what you should do. It's just telling me about them. So unhooking the past. There is nothing to regret when I learned from my past. This could also be a message about you feeling taken advantage of by this person, or if it ends up being, that you split up and then that's just it. It's nothing that you did. You didn't do anything wrong. So integrating the ego, yeah, this person has a lot of work to do on that. Everything is for me, not against me. And that's what's causing the block right now between you. And you might even have started to take on some of these energies yourself, which is not fair to you, and that's just asking you to take a step back from the situation and to focus on you right now, to master your current place in time, to focus on your big goals, to be just really tending to your own life journey right now. And, if your twin flame is meant to come into your life, and if you are watching this video, you identify as one, that's fine. But don't let that be the defining thing in your life. Like looking for a clear answer, like this reading clearly didn't want to give me a very, very clear answer. So I just had to really interpret. That's kind of detracting from your soul work and from your peace of mind and heart. So yeah, I think those are all the messages that I see for you. I hope that made some sort of sense. And if it did, if any of this resonated, I would love to hear your comments in your particular situation. And of course, I would really appreciate your likes and subscribes. And if you're also interested in an individual reading, I have an Etsy shop where I have plenty of things, from birth chart readings to love readings to twin flame readings. So if you want to delve deeper into that, check that out if you feel like it. And if not, I hope to see you back here in the future anyway. And thanks so much for watching. Bye. I hope you have a great day.